All right,
Yeah.
let's get down to business.
Defeat the Huns.
I'm trying to think of a D&D related pun, but it's drawing a blank, so I'm just going to dive straight into this recap. Last time, the party returned home and discovered Matilda, Regis, and Sir Brienne reassembling and repairing Chappie, their automaton butler. In short order, they learned the city was not as peaceful as it had once been, having been attacked by devils who had started several fires. Regis and Matilda had taken it upon themselves to help defend the city, leaving Chappie in the house. Upon their return, they discovered he had been attacked. It took a couple of attempts, but eventually they were able to return him fully to working order. The party spent 2 days in the city, recovering from their cold excursion and making preparations for their next journey. Klari commissioned a shrine to Nehru and in their garden to allow her to attune to her new sword. They sold some of their acquired magical items and commissioned armor and belts for holding potions for their 3 surviving imps they sent into Regis's care previously, hoping to use the imps' power of invisibility as combat medics. The party decided to follow up on some of the leads they've been looking into for a legendary forge. Stix used his new gate skipper's gauntlet to attempt to teleport the party to Garnenheim, hoping to ask the dwarves, the greatest masters of the forge in the realm, if they knew any suitable locations. However, the teleportation was slightly of target. They fortunately only ended up 50 miles away in relatively safe lands, and were able to make their way to the city. King Fargrim Garm was unavailable, an important meeting with his High Mage Kavran and other lords of the city, so the party chose to find a library to do some research themselves. A willing student at the College of Forgecraft and Tinkering volunteered to introduce them to their teacher, Professor Strigham, a gnome artificer. And this is where we pick things back up. This gnome artificer has put down his tools, put down his piece of metalwork that he's working on, pulled up his goggles, and turns to face you all, looking up at you all expectantly.
Hi.
Oh,
G'day. Reaches
Oh,
the upper hand to all of you. Professor Strickham.
he's Australian? Okay.
he's from down under.
Apparently so. Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. Good.
I don't remember what we're doing here, so
We are on a quest to find a very, 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 very powerful forge. We need one for reasons, and those reasons are to defeat the big army that's in the north and stuff. I'm sure you've heard of the whole terrible things that have been happening north of here, in the Boronrab Desert and elsewhere. We are here to just try and find some information on a very powerful forge. We've heard some things about some powerful forges, but we were hoping that you would be able to give us some more knowledge of maybe some others or of some that we've heard of. I don't know.
Well, if you're looking for a powerful forge, you're in the wrong place, I'm afraid. You need to head to Maltorenheim. That's where the most powerful forge in the land is.
where the bloody hell?
It's southeast of your current position.
Oh, there. I thought that's where we were going.
No, I think we said we were going to go to Gargenheim and then head to. Wait, where's Maltorenheim?
I'll ping it.
Is...
Oh yeah. I think we said we were going to go to
most powerful forges and where all the greatest dwarven artifacts come from at the moment.
And that's like a mega powerful forge. It's like a super duper crazy powerful forge, right?
The most powerful one that I know of that's currently in existence.
What about ones that are no longer in existence?
Well, the most famous one that I know of is the laboratory of Bella Alone.
The laboratory of Hula Hoo?
Bella O'Loon.
Bella O'Loon.
Yes.
She sounds like a crazy character.
Yeah, Bella was well, the legend goes, Bella was a powerful artificer who potentially discovered the secrets to eternal life through arcane clockwork.
Oh, that doesn't sound concerning at all.
So she like made herself into a robot, basically. So she can live forever. Is that a lich? No, I suppose a lich is being undead. You wouldn't be undead, you'd then be a construct. I suppose.
Yes,
Morally speaking.
I
And
guess.
I suppose if they're not trying to like, kill people to get their lichdom, I suppose that's okay.
I suppose.
Bella was said to have created some of her own most powerful instruments for combining rare elements into her forgecraft.
Okay. But do you know where that's meant to be? Obviously, I've.
Well, jealously guarded the secret she did, but rumours are that it was in the northeast area of the mountains itself, high and away.
You mean near like Innergroth?
Yeah, somewhere in that region. It's yeah, somewhere in that region, I believe. The tale does tell. Well, depending on which source you read, tells that she both worked with and against the giants of that region. So yeah, I mean, people have searched. No one's ever found anything conclusive, but yeah, I mean, if you look, the saying goes, if you look for giants, you might find Olymp.
If we go looking for giants in the northeast, we might find Olun's Forge. Okay.
We found loads of giants before. Why didn't this forge just pop up back then?
Because we were fighting fire giants in a desert. Not giants in a forge in.
Still annoying.
Have we fought some other giants some other time?
We have. They were like stone giant or wind giant. I don't remember. Storm. No. Rock. Mountain.
I know a bunch of hill giants started chasing.
Hill.
They started chasing us on our wagon.
Didn't you try and like flirt with one to make it go away? Bless you. Bless you again.
Oh, there was that giant that was like dying, and I healed him like a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
guy.
one.
I thought that one was.
Yeah, he was a storm giant. I remember actually. I forgot about it. Interesting. Okay, so we've got another. So we've got the Forge of the Gold Dragon, which is potentially in a volcano, or the Forge of this person, Olun, which is potentially northeast. Now, JJ,
Yes, but
do we know that, like, okay, do we need like a specific type of forge? Like, obviously, to my understanding,
You have been told
Would-
you need a forge that is powerfully magical enough to contain the elements you are dealing with, as they are volatile. It's basically the sense of like anything, the power you need to combine magic together. The more powerful the magic you're combining, the more powerful the magic you need.
Okay. But so it's not like, like for example, this person was, this old loon lady was, using a forge to make like clockwork and using elements and stuff like that is essentially no different to a powerful forge that this gold dragon was using. It's just how they were using them that was
Yeah,
different.
it's just how. So the Dragon's Forge you imagine would be more traditional. This would be more sort of like tools and artifice that would be used to combine things. You imagine, the Dragon Forge might be a bit more manual, whereas this might be potentially a bit more automated with the clockwork or something like that. Potentially a dragon is a very powerful creature in and of itself, so you can imagine it could do the work manually, whereas a gnome artificer with clockwork would have created machines to aid them. From a manual perspective, I'm telling you about options you can pursue that will work. It's up to you to decide which one you want to go with.
I was wondering if we were going to have a situation where we were going to get there and it would be like the wrong kind of thing, or one would be like significantly more difficult than the other one. But I suppose, yeah, if they're both going to work, what are people thinking? Because I'm thinking this one near Innergroth is a lot closer, potentially, than one near a volcano, all the way at the top of the map. But then again, if we rest, I can just teleport us there anyway. So really, or you could, fucking teleport us with a tree up north, and we can make our way there anyway.
I think the inner grog one is better because we wouldn't have to do a lot of work manually.
Yeah, it would be all automated, so we couldn't fuck it up with our inadequacy.
Exactly.
Just sort of put some stuff in, maybe click a few buttons. But then, would we need someone who knows how all that works?
Chloroform and a rag and this bloke.
I don't have chloroform. I do
Damn
have.
it.
I can skunk a rag.
Yeah, that'll probably have the same effect.
I'm sure that'd have the same effect.
Yeah.
Or could Klari cast a sleep spell on the rag, and the rag then carries the sleep spell, and then she could.
I love the thought that we are literally saying this out loud in a little huddle, and he's like,
Or could I skunk, and then Klari cast sleep on the skunk gas?
ooh.
Then we use that. Oh, okay, I've got it. I skunk a rag. Klari then casts sleep on the rag. That therefore heightens the intensity of the sleepiness and the skunkiness, because the gas is like, the horrible smells and awful stuff, and then I'll just leave you to gag him, knock him out. We stick him in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
And then we walk out of here, and we go.
I feel like he might go of his own free will.
You know what? Maybe, but there's a war going on, so I don't think we can take that chance.
So true.
I'm kidding. Of course, Stix wouldn't knock a man out. What are you talking about? He wouldn't do that.
A woman, though.
A woman? Well, consent is important.
Fist of justice is unisex.
The fist of justice is unisex.
Oh my god.
The fist of justice is an ally.
Oh dear.
Meant to be knocked out just as well as we do.
Oh.
Oh, well, I hope we all enjoyed uploading this to YouTube because we just got cancelled.
Nah, you gotta have an audience to be cancelled. That's fine.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, never mind. No, yeah, so I'll just say to him, so if we were to go on a field trip to try and find this place, would you, as a professor of this sort of stuff, fancy a little day trip out? Little help for us? We could pay you. I got loads of cash.
You could bring your students.
You,
That'll be funny.
You know what? If you wanted a field trip, you could. I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah, I feel like that might be irresponsible to bring some students, but
Why? They're all like 80.
they're still technically juveniles. Some of them.
Fair. Fine, don't bring the
But
children.
yeah, would you like to come? As I said, I can pay you to come along.
I can't, I'm poor.
Older. No,
What's the going rate for an adventurer?
2 gold.
Like 150 gold, 100 gold a day. You know,
Flippin' heck.
we're going into
That's
some
a lot.
We're going into some dangerous shit. All right, I feel.
We're going to a forge.
Yeah, we're going to a forge.
This man loves a good forge.
Potentially guarded by giants, and has a lot of like fucking robots in there, which is scary. I don't want to fight Grim from Baldur's Gate. Nuh-uh.
Hmm.
JJ's
Yeah.
smile makes me think that we're gonna have to fight Grim from Baldur's Gate.
What we have to do, we have to stand up really high and just keep throwing things at him because he can't get up. So it's fine. Just gotta throw.
And we could just knock him down with that big hammer in the middle.
But
Or someone becomes an owl bear and just.
double underline that.
Well,
So I don't
wait,
forget.
you could just become a whale, drop down it from the top rope.
Exactly. Easy. One
Immunity
hit.
to whales.
Immunity to whales.
That's
If
a
it's
very
any,
big
if it's
country.
anything else, a shark.
Fine. Dolphin, no problem. Mammoth, yeah. But a whale, nah.
A whale just bounces right off. Even a cat can give it a good scratch, but whale, no. Boing.
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 Like a jelly.
Yes.
Well,
Very.
I must say, you make a very tempting offer. He like sort of like reaches around, like looks around and like goes through some pockets and like grabs like a scrap of like paper that seems to have some sort of like design on it, like turns it over, pulls out like a piece of like a graphite stick for drawing, and just begins to just start writing. Like folds it up, hands it to the dwarf behind him. Furthermore, take that to the principal. I'm retiring. Well, I'm quitting. Yes, quitting.
You don't have to quit. You can come back.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
but you're giving him 150 gold. I think that's a lot for them.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to. You know, he can come back. He's a gnome. He's got a long time left. It'd be very boring. And also, yeah,
If
like
I won the lottery.
150 gold probably won't get you like 100 years. He might have like 100, 200 years left in his life. I don't know.
Maybe he's got a lot in retirement.
Maybe.
His
maybe
pensions.
Yeah, pension's off the point. But then he might have
Really
to wait
good.
a couple of years before he can access that pension fund.
Well, that's what the 150 gold's for.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. But then I don't think you can really get. Okay, let me just put it this way, right? A lot of our magical shit that we're bearing on us right now is probably, I refuse to believe that like 150 gold will get you very far.
Yeah, but that's in
I'll get my
like
month, maybe.
Rosenzen. We're in a different part of, up north it's quite cheap, whereas down south near London it's expensive.
Where is this London?
Same thing, isn't it?
What is this London? It seems like a magical place if you're in like the very center, and outside that it's just all shit.
Oh, it's amazing on the outside.
It just sounds like extremely overpriced tat of tourism. Wow. It's just overcrowded and a tube system that's always got delays.
Stabbing.
London is a city from a well-known Kavran fairy tale. It's what's the word? What's the word for a story designed to teach someone a lesson?
A parable.
Yes, it's a parable that people tell their children about a city, a golden city where all people wanted was more, and they didn't work together. And this golden city that used to float through the sky eventually fell to ruin through greed.
Because in the 1800s, some guy tried to make some bread and it burned down, and they made a very nice song about it. London's burning, London's burning. Get the engine, get the engine. I don't know what an engine is.
Fire, fire, fire.
Row on water.
Water.
That song officially exists in Kavran canon, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Does Samuel Pepys and his cheese exist as well?
Wait, Samuel Pepys and his cheese? What the fuck?
Yeah, in the Fire of London, he buried all of his cheese.
Really?
So that it wouldn't, with his diaries, so it wouldn't get got by the fire.
I'm sorry, if I'm thinking of things to bury that don't get to not die in the fire, cheese is not one of them, because now your cheese are just covered up by shit.
I'm assuming you like salt cheese? But I've dawned on me that maybe you just really like cheese?
Maybe
he was just really rich.
And he
he was just really rich and had nice cheese.
Maybe he also sold tomatoes, and in the heat of the fire, he accidentally made the world's first pizza. It could have happened.
Yes.
The 1800s are a wild fucking time.
Indeed. I'm now thinking about it.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it would have been fun. It would have been
Crisp.
Crisp. Thank you. Very crisp. Been in the oven a little long, but sure it's fine. But also, like, if I'm thinking of things to bury, if I'm thinking of the most important things in my life that I need to, while a fire is raging on, I need to. Maybe the whole reason the fire started is because he was burying his cheese, not putting out the fire. But my diaries would not be one of the first things I would fucking bury. I'd be like, oh, maybe this, I don't know, something important.
What are you saying about the cheese?
But if he was a very rich man, maybe just some of your money, or I don't know, some nice things you have in your house.
Because the money's in a bank, which is burning.
Oh yeah, the money's in the bank, which is on fire now, because you were too busy fucking burying
your cheese.
Sorry, this is taking a turn, but I can't let this go. The man buried his cheese. He had time to, like, I tried to dig a hole once, right? And it literally took me an hour, right? I refuse to believe that in the middle of London, a man could just go out into his back garden and dig a hole in the amount of time that it would have also taken him to grab a few pails of water, throw them on the fucking fire.
He didn't start the fire.
Yeah, he did start the fire.
Not the guy, not the rich guy with the cheese.
Oh, not the rich guy with the cheese. Oh, okay. But still,
Why?
Even so, maybe he could have just, I don't know, wet
Yes.
his house or something so that it wouldn't have caught fire.
But he was rich. And they don't
Rich.
care about the poor.
He was rich and an idiot. And I don't even care if he cares about the poor. He could have just poured water over his own house, therefore making
So
his house invulnerable to the fire. That was a
I
genuine.
don't think that's how it works.
That is a thing. That's what they used to do to prevent fire from going any further. They would just pour water over the people's houses so that they wouldn't catch a light. Yeah, he could have done that instead of fucking, I don't know, burying his entire life's worth of cheese. Fucking idiot.
I love that I've introduced this to you.
And now, he's a rich guy in the 1800s. I'm sure he had a load of fucking wine as well.
Oh
Very-
yeah, that was buried too.
Oh my god.
It was
He was
just his
having-
cheese, wine, and
he
his
was having-
diaries.
He was having
He
some.
invented the wine cellar.
Or did we learn this because we found the cheese in his diaries buried randomly in London?
That would be my favourite thing. He buried all of his cheese, and then the fire surrounded him, and he died. And,
I can't remember if he
and
did.
his
It
final
was like the weirdest time
Yeah.
capsule ever.
and his final note was, his final note from a diary left on his person before it burned up was, I should have ran away.
If he did that, he'd have to write that note and then dig everything up, put the note in, and then bury it over again.
It sounds like something he would have done.
Oh my god.
No,
If he had all
Anyway,
that wine, he could have
That's
poured it on
funny.
the fire and put it out.
well, no,
that's
yeah.
flammable.
Wine is
No,
not
'cause
flammable.
no, it's because it's
Oh.
yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
But it's not alcoholic enough to be flammable. Like absinthe is flammable. Vodka,
I don't believe you.
wine.
Yes, wine is flammable
What?
because it contains ethanol, and alcohol that can catch fire. Although this is the first line of Google, so I might be wrong.
It's like Google's new AI,
Yeah.
notoriously reliable AI.
Oh yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not flammable, but even so, I thought it would be.
I
This
think
is good to know for D&D in case we need to make.
Wine Molotovs.
Oh.
wine
Exactly.
Molotovs.
I do love a cocktail.
For when the witch rebels.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I'm
imagine
part
if,
of the
like,
problem.
the Molotovs were created by the poor people revolting in Russia. So imagine if the poor people revolted in like fucking Italy. Then we would have had Italian Molotovs, and it would have been a whole different story. Fucking like limoncello Molotovs. Oh wait, no.
I was thinking of tiny little olives, just
I was about to say, oh no, wine's made from France. So if we had a French Revolution, but then I remember we had loads of French Revolutions, and at no point did anyone set any bottles of wine on fire.
I think they probably set all of the bottles of wine on fire and then made more. And then beheaded some people. And then set more wine on fire.
Standard French procedure for
Exactly. It's another Tuesday for them.
It's
If
another
they
Tuesday.
wine too much, they wouldn't set it on fire.
That's a
They
good
just
point, actually. I don't
Drink it and then bottle them.
Yeah. But they're like the wine bottle, so don't smash the first time, but just sort of boom.
Donk, 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 donk.
Maybe that'll be a good D&D item, right? You sell it to your players as a magic item, but it's just a bottle. And if you, whenever you roll, whenever you hit something, you need to roll some damage. And when you roll damage, if you do max damage, the bottle smashes.
If you roll a crit.
See, I would just say, actually, yeah, no, but yeah. If you roll a crit, the bottle smashes and is now a dagger, and you can stab someone like once or twice.
Are you glad that you have us as players?
I mean, I haven't had to do anything for the past, 15 minutes while you've been talking about the fire of London?
This, by the way, is the most I've thought about the Great Fire of London since I was a little kid, and we did the Great Fire of London. And I thought that would be
Yeah,
a more impactful point in history.
I know, right? I thought I'd bring up Samuel Pepys more, but it was the only time I had.
I always wondered how they knew so much detail.
About the Fire of London.
Well, about like the people and what they were doing when it caught fire. Like, have you told the story of like the family who was next to the bread shop and they had to like escape from
Because I think
the
a lot of
attic
people
through a window,
live.
and a woman was too scared and she refused to, so she burned to death. And I was like, how do you know that? It was so long
Did
ago.
your
I didn't know those
school ever make you make models of a house and then set up a miniature London and then set fire to all of the houses?
No.
That sounds like great fun.
It was
Okay.
amazing. Every year, I think it was like the year 3 class would do it.
Like some
It was
kind of-
amazing.
That does sound brilliant.
That also does sound like a really futile project. Though. I was like, oh, miss, I forgot to. I didn't make my hat. Suppose we won't burn your. We've got nothing to burn. Now.
I did
Oh.
really like my house I made. It was very sad, but it was a big, fire in the field, which I thought was a bad place to do it, but,
We did make like a miniature cardboard bunker. We took turns in like groups of 3 to hide in while they played sounds that would.
Oh my god, that's traumatizing!
What the
fuck?
That's really
so we
messed
could
up.
experience what it would have been like. Obviously, I toned down, like, it's not like it was shaking, but you'd hear the siren noises, and we.
The other students start dropping water bombs.
What?
4D experience.
In my school, everyone just had to draw a picture of a house on fire, and then they put them all together and said, "And this is London, and it's all on fire now."
Oh no.
That was it. And then we went outside, and I think like they started a fire in like a bin, and then they poured water on it, and they went, and that's how they would have put it out. Done.
We had a whole fire engine on standby every year just in case.
Oh, they won't do that anymore.
No, they don't do it anymore, but it was so good when we did.
Oh my god.
I loved that. I think I've got a picture of the house somewhere.
But it's also like when you're a little kid, like you feel like that's the most important thing that's ever happened to England, and it's not even in like
I
the top
know.
20 important things that have ever happened to England. And it's
I mean, it probably was only one of 5 things I knew about it, but
that's fair.
oh, well, that was a really exciting time.
That was a very exciting time being a little kid. Wow, it's like just unlocked a memory of me being sat there just trying to draw fire. And everyone arguing over the orange pencil.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, what were we talking about? This man's retiring. That's what we were talking about.
Retiring,
Oh my
yes.
god, how did we get
Yeah.
on? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, how the fuck did we get onto the fucking great...
Because then we started talking about north and south prices and London. And then we started singing London's Burning and Samuel Pepys and then setting houses on fire at school. Okay, cool. Glad we got back.
Best fact I've learned today.
Today.
Well, I listen to a lot of history podcasts, so I learn a lot of facts.
There
So,
you go. There's
good.
one of your 7 facts of the day.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, he's just like, you guys have just been talking, and he's just like, actually, you know what? He takes the note back and goes, just cross them out. On sabbatical. Turns her back.
Thought you were going to put, be back at lunch.
I don't think you could decide to be on sabbatical. Is like, is sabbatical like a mental health thing? Like,
Yeah, I think he's been with us too long. It's only
Yeah.
been 5 minutes, but
sabbatical is a thing that your work sends you on, not a
A
thing
rest
that.
or break from work, sabbatical. A rest or break from work, extended period of time intentionally spent on something that is not your routine job.
Yeah, I think it's something that your work puts you on, not that you decided. You know what? I'm gonna make some tweaks to your letter, but trust me, it will get the exact same word across. And I'm going to cross out his letter, and on the other side of it, I'm going to write, "Hi, Principal." I don't know his name, so I'm just going to write, "Hi, Principal. I am cashing in all my days of annual leave right now. Actually, no, we only need 2 because we need to be away in 2. So I'm cashing in 2 emergency days of annual leave. As per my contract, this should be okay. Hope you understand. Get Professor J to cover my classes. Kind regards, Professor." And I don't write his name because I've forgotten his name.
Jesus.
What?
Striggum.
Driggum. Professor Driggum.
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 Striggum.
Oh, Driggum.
Striggum.
Driggum.
Also hearing Driggum.
Yeah. On our side.
This is a conversation between him and Stix.
Driggum, Striggum, Driggum, Striggum.
Driggum. Driggum. Striggum. Yeah, Striggum. Okay.
Right, let me see if I actually wrote that
Striggum.
down.
Uh,
Oh, I did.
and yeah, and then I take that to the principal for him. I think an armored armed guy taking a letter that says this guy's on annual leave is more convincing than him coming in and saying I'm leaving.
So you go to they tell you where it is. You go to the principal's office. You knock on the door. The very stern voice says, "Come in." And inside is quite an old-looking dwarf, like sitting behind a low stone desk. There's like a stone desk with like a leather top, and like tablets and other bits, like scrolls and things, sort of scattered around. She looks up, sort of like imperiously over her nose. Yes, what can I do for you?
Hello, I have a letter from Professor Striggum about they're going on leave. We need them for something. Imagine
Takes a letter and look at it. You know, requests for annual leave are supposed to be submitted to at least 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, this is for the fate of Kavran. So much like in a comedy movie that features some very not great actors, but kind of funny people. You just have to take my word that this is like world-saving stuff, and they'll be back in 2 days, and maybe they've learned a moral or 2, but generally they'll be pretty much the exact same person.
Well, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, but honestly, he's a nightmare, so have him.
Sweet.
How rude!
Sweet. Well, that's given me great. I think we should have asked around for other professors. Whatever. We'll take what we can get. Thank you. He's coming with us. I promise this is a genuine thing. We're not just stealing we're not just kidnapping a professor.
I don't care either way, as long as he's gone.
At this rate, I'm not even sure if we're just kidnapping this man.
Well, no, because we've explained to him like if he wants to leave, and he wrote a letter which I completely rewrote.
Yes, you did.
So I think he's fine with it.
Yes, that's fine. He'll
Maybe
be fine.
we should get a consent form. Do we need to ask his parents? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, how old is he? If he's only like 40, then yes, we do have to ask his parents.
Oh God.
He doesn't look 40. This man
Well,
is balding and greying. Well,
that means nothing.
And greying.
Yeah, but like, at what
They're
age,
all balding and greying here.
At what age do gnomes reach maturity? Is it the same as
it's proportional. So like everyone, if
their
humans
size?
like no to their age. So if you hypothetically, if humans live 80 years and they start going like bald and grey at like 50, just as an arbitrary point in time, everyone else would be doing the same. So a balding, greying gnome is more than 50% of the way through his life.
Okay.
It's probably like 60 or 70% of the way through his life. He may have 100 years left in him, but
Okay. I was wondering if it was like a thing where they still age and then like 30 they
everyone at the age starts going bald at like the age of like 50 or 60.
well no yeah like I just
So
kind of thought
elves still
they
considered
kept,
children by elvish standards in D&D start going
'Cause they're
bald
not-
and grey as children.
Hell yeah, they
I
do.
thought maybe it was a case of like where they get to like like in their prime like 25 26 and then just kind of stop aging, or like then their aging just kind of slows or whatever.
Yeah, well, they kind of like most
100
people pretty much age as humans do, and like to their like maximum size around like 18 or 20, and then yeah, it's a lot for the long-lived races. It's a lot slower from there. But then they also consider maturity to be reached at a later stage as well. A lot of them.
Okay.
The elves in official D&D, for example, don't consider someone an adult until they're 100.
I am a fetus.
100 years of being a kid.
Mhm.
Jesus. That'd be like at least 20 years of GCSEs.
Oh, don't say things like that.
That'd be awful.
It would be awful.
That'd be awful.
Meanwhile,
Illegal.
while Stix does this message delivering, Klari, you receive a message yourself. This one is delivered directly into your brain, and it is from Lady Kavran Moulton. She says, "I've been informed you're in the city, inquiring after the king. He is available to receive visitors and eager to speak to you."
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice, but do we need him anymore?
Well, he might. Let's just
Yeah.
have a chat.
Yeah,
He's
he might
a-
be able to give us some more information.
He's a fun dude.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go. Well, I eventually get back and say, your holiday request has been approved.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Ah, well, normally that takes 2 weeks, but good on you.
So you have to wait. So normally you have to request your holiday 2 weeks in advance, and it takes 2 weeks for you to know whether it's been approved or not. So you get to the day of your holiday not quite knowing if you're on holiday.
Sounds about right, honestly.
That seems like a stupid system.
Yeah, it's not very efficient. Paperwork around here is not great. A lot of flammable stuff gets burned.
You know what? After this whole adventure, we're fucking coming back here and sorting this place out pronto. Education system in this place needs resolving.
Are you going to be
One
running
school
for
is not very-
office?
It's not very efficient, and Stix starts his election campaign.
Literally.
I don't want to work in a school. I just want to sit down for 15 minutes and sort this shit out with some people.
Oh, dear.
And be on my way.
There's
That's
a
what
man
I'm
who never had to deal with bureaucracy when he thinks it'll take 15 minutes.
After the campaign, Stix is going to go back to being a wanderer and just walk around places, go to a place, decide that something's being done wrong, fix it in the way that he thinks it should be fixed, and move on. That'd be called Fix the Wanderer.
That's more like he's gonna walk into places and say, "Do a better job."
Yeah, literally, do a better job or I'll smite you. And then walk
Oh,
away.
why? I don't know this man. We are not
This man.
associates.
What sort of devil is he?
An absolute legend. Anyway, right, yeah. If you want to go get anything, so you're going to be gone for at least like 2 to 3 days. So why don't you go home and pack any of your things you think could be useful?
Sounds good to me.
None of us have anything to hold your, luggage. So you will have to just be aware. of that packed light, I would say. If you have any armor or weapons, might be useful. We don't really know what we're getting.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Bring a packed lunch.
Yeah, probably packed lunch, quite useful.
But don't bring it in a Tupperware. Make sure you can throw the bag away, you know.
Yeah, like something, recyclable.
Exactly.
You know.
Some with a bit of protein.
Yeah, there's a balance of memes and D&D, and sometimes it swings more one way or the other. This time it's just seems to have fallen on them.
I don't know what you mean.
Don't know what you're talking about. We're just
Meometer
telling
is
you to
broken.
bring a packed lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Not a Lunchable, that doesn't count.
It's not very nutritious.
Thank you.
Maybe
We're
delicious, but not nutritious.
We're going adventuring. You need a sandwich with at least, a couple of slices of meat and some veg.
Bring some bacon.
Who puts veg in a sandwich?
Well, like
You do.
like lettuce.
You
Yeah,
put
yeah.
cucumber.
That's not
Yeah,
a vegetable. That's
cucumber.
a fruit.
Pepper. Not like the hot,
Ugh.
the red, green, and yellow ones.
Who puts? Oh, no, we'll put that in a
In a
sandwich.
sandwich? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Lovely. Onions?
Let's not get into this.
Onions. Ooh.
Yeah, onions.
I stand
Yeah.
corrected. There are plenty of acceptable vegetables for a sandwich.
We're not about to put peas and a broccoli in there.
A potato.
Yes. Well,
Chip sandwich, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Does that make peppers a fruit?
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Yeah, seeds on the in. Wait, no, because seeds on.
Peppers are botanically classified as a fruit, but are more often considered vegetables by cooks and consumers. So technically, yes, pepper is a fruit.
But then is a strawberry a vegetable then?
No,
No,
strawberries are fruit because it's got
strawberries.
seeds.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I thought it was seeds on the inside, seeds on the outside. I got confused.
Things like avocados or apricot, and that makes them a fruit.
Yeah.
Well, then the strawberries on the outside.
But a
Then it's
strawberries
berry.
is still like attached to the thing. So it's like technically on the outside, technically on the inside.
It's also
It's like attached to them.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a berry, not a fruit, so it's not.
See, I googled this as well while I was googling things because I thought it might come up. All berries are fruits, but not all fruits are berries. So it's a berry, it's
Yeah.
a fruit.
Yes, exactly. It's like that whole thing of intelligence is knowing that tomatoes are fruit, but wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fruit salad.
That is one observation.
I have no words. This delightful conversation carries you all the way to the A conclusion is not reached. None of you are satisfied, but you have arrived at the
None of us
castle.
are satisfied, and all of us are hungry.
Exactly.
Oh dear. This is hilarious.
Just that they're like, fuck off, is a cucumber a fruit? Just in the middle of his dwarven city.
A separate category. Things that are fruits but should be vegetables.
Yeah. I just like the thought that, yeah, like we're on our way, we walk through like a market, that's how this all ends up, and I'm literally like grabbing a dwarven lady by the arms and being like, is a pepper a fruit? Is a pepper a fruit?
We're never going to be allowed back.
I don't know. But what about a mushroom?
Oh no.
That's a completely different thing.
Such a fun guy.
It's a fungus. Fungi are multiple. But still.
Such a fun Gus.
My next character is totally going to be a Mike in it called Fun Gus. He's gonna have a brother called Unfun Gus. Or Fun
No,
Greg.
he's gotta have like an uncle or something called Guy.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a really old like grandpa, and it's like the thing when like mushrooms like split into like multiples.
Oh yeah.
So there's multiple of him. So he's a fun guy. Anyway,
Ba-doom.
Anyway.
you arrive at the castle once more. The guards are, the same ones that have been there a few hours earlier, but they, they notice you as you arrive and they like pull the gates open. And says, Lady Catherine told us to expect you. Do come on in.
Woohoo.
As we walk past, I say, "Did you know that pepper's technically a fruit?" And I walk on through.
Oh dear.
You just hear, "No way is a pepper a fruit." It's like, no, yeah, it's got seeds in it, and it's this question will consume the city in days. It's done more damage than Balsam ever could. The pepper fruit faction fights the pepper vegetable faction.
The druid community's in upheaval.
The farmers are hiding.
Yeah, farmers have gone hiding. They just grow them. Don't know anything about them.
Oh
It's
Jesus.
father against brother, it's sister against mother. Families are divided.
But that's it. Like fathers don't go after mothers, and brothers don't go after sisters. It's a gendered thing. Weirdly.
Absolutely. Oh
The fist of
Jesus.
justice is not unisex in the dwarven economy. And it's come full circle.
Oh dear.
The fist of justice doesn't want to get in trouble, so they keep it between themselves.
Oh dear. Right.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, just not today.
Yeah, one of the guards continues
not
to.
today. Today is a write-off.
One of the guards leads you through the castle, through the familiar path that you've trod before, through the like underground corridors towards the familiar throne room door. He raises like a mailed fist and hammers heavily on it, and you are bid to enter. He opens the door and presents you. You can see the king and Lady Catherine are in there, still in discussion. A large table is kind of laid out with various bits of paper and stuff. You can see plates abandoned with bits of food and things on them. Still a couple of pictures with with a bit of condensation on the side, probably hold beer or wine or something like that. Sit there, but other than that, it is just the two of them. They look up and say, the Fellowship of Aegis. Perfect, just in time.
Hello.
So,
I heard you wished to speak to me.
Yes. We have a quest, and we would like to know if you've got any information on it. We're looking for very powerful forges. We need a very powerful forge to craft a weapon to defeat the evil leader of the leader of the army of the undead, Balsam. We need to craft a weapon that will separate him from his magic. We have the other components needed to do this. We just need the final bit, which is the actual weapon, and we need to forge one. Now, the issue arises in that we don't know any very powerful forges. I mean, we know one or two now. We know there is one owned on Turtle Stone Shell Island. I was about to say Turtle Bay Island. That's not a place. Stone Shell Island, or potentially somewhere near and around there, owned by a gold dragon. Or there is one in the northeast of the mountains, owned by a gnomish individual who crafted. Was it Nara? Something. Or Tara or something. So we would like to know if you have any information.
In the northeast, that'll take you near Anagroth, right?
Yes.
You want to be careful traveling into that territory. The Baroness is not the easiest of individuals to get along with. She doesn't take too kindly to strangers.
Okay. Could we perhaps have a skill clause or something to say that we're friends of you, so that maybe we're sort of ingratiated a little nicer?
I can write you a writ of safe passage, but it will not. The Baroness is clever. She will expect supplicants to be made. She likes to. She's politically inclined, and she likes a toll for those who travel through her lands, particularly those who purport themselves on important missions.
So she's like a troll that lives under a bridge.
That is surprisingly apt, yes.
Is she actually a troll that lives under a bridge?
She's not literally a troll. The Baroness is just, well,
Ugly.
old and experienced and set in her ways. Disagrees with a great many things. Prideful and and proud. Her family is currently in a disagreement. One of her sons is trying to claim the ascension to the Brimboth lands. And while I've given my views, I am trying to stay out of it for fear of kicking more sparks on that forge and causing it to blaze.
Okay.
But if it is powerful forges you seek, then you might be inclined to look into the dwarven legends. The most powerful forge in our legendary history is said to be is said to be the forge of the thunderous anvil, known well by most dwarves as the legendary place where the god Thrickdir forged axe and shield for his brother Throckdor.
And where is this?
Good question. Unfortunately, no one is really sure whether or not the forge exists. It is said it was powered by an elemental titan of earth and fire, buried deep beneath the mountain.
Which mountain? This mountain or a different mountain?
The mountain, whichever one that may be, or it could just mean the mountains in general. But either way, it is hidden beneath the earth. And you see like a grim sort of look comes over him, where there is it should not be spoken about. There is a clan, the Blothermins. They have delved into the earth deeper than most, but they are not. They are not kin anymore. For their crimes, they have been excommunicated from Dwarven society, and they do not embrace visitors kindly either.
Okay. Where can they be found?
They can be found. He kind of stands up from his chair and moves around the table, unrolls one of the scrolls, rolls it up again, grabs another one, opens it out, and you see it's a map of the mountains. He points to a space a few hundred miles southwest of Earthelin, about 3/4 of the way between Earthelin and the coast. So, roughly this sort of area on the map.
Oh, okay, it's like south. So they quite far south.
Yeah. This is where the clan is last known to be. It is forbidden for dwarves to make contact with them and for them to be involved with us. Such is the nature of their banishment.
Okay, so we don't know exactly pinpoint where the forge is south, but we do know where the forge is east.
Well, we don't know pinpoint exactly where it is east. We just know it's somewhere in that region.
Yeah, the best clue you have
Oh.
for that is it's somewhere in that region. Look, and there is a story that if you look for giants, you might find it.
Yeah.
And then he's told you that the clan that has the history of digging the deepest is this Bloddenman's clan.
They sound scary.
They do sound quite scary. I mean, I have a belt that makes me quite friendly with dwarves, but I'm not exactly sure it's going to work in this scenario. Or we have the one with the fucking gold dragon on like Stone Shell Island or wherever.
Yeah. That no one's found before.
Yeah, that no one's ever found.
Yeah. The idea is, these are legendary places. There are rumors and myths around them.
Yeah. Okay. Decision time then. Which one do we want to go to? I think the one down south is probably going to cause us quite a few issues because obviously they're a banished dwarven clan. We're going to have to travel through a lot of like underground stuff, it seems. That could be quite creepy. The one northeast seems pretty decent because there's no telling whether these giants are actually like evil or bad. And we could find it using your ranger sense thingy. Use that to find some giants. Or
I don't think I can find giants.
they're a type of creature.
Yeah, but I can only. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean my tracking thing?
Yeah, the thing where the ranger sense, the wild
Primeval awareness.
primeval awareness.
Not primeval awareness. That only does apparition, celestial dragon, elemental, fae, fiend, undead.
Really?
Yeah, it's a bit shit, really.
That's most creature types.
Yeah, but you can't do specifics. You don't actually know where you.
Yeah, it is a bit.
I always have a ping for a dragon,
Yeah.
and it's like yeah, but what about the other dragons? And it's like, no, you have a dragon right next to you. I'm like, yes, I know I have a dragon right next to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really annoying. It's not the best feature. Yeah, I remember.
That's a general ranger feature, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a second level feature or something like that. I remember Matt tried to use it in the north to find out where the orcs were, but then we realised it doesn't actually give a direction. So it's like, okay, yeah, you know there are orcs nearby.
Mm-hmm. So unless you go 6 miles around to then pinpoint, triangulate exactly where it is.
Yeah.
But that's a bit of effort.
Yeah, that would be like a full day of just walking around.
Yeah. And I don't want to do that.
I
I vote we go to the northeast. The northeast.
Northeast to the giants.
That's what I vote. But I'm open to anything. Plus, it's Clary's. Oh no, it's not Clary's sword. Is it Clary's sword?
No, it's just the
No,
giants.
Clary's got her sword.
Clary's got a sword. Yeah, I'm happy to go to the east one. I think that could be good. I think we could try and talk to these giants and explain to them our situation. We've made giants before, and we've also taken down plenty of giants before. And also, we've got this gnome guy who can actually help us with the forge itself. So that could be good.
Exactly.
What do you think? Forge run by a dragon, forge guarded by some giants, or forge guarded by some dwarves? Cool. Giant forge. Cool. It is settled. We travel northeast.
I'm so glad. Now we don't have to kill any more dragons. It was getting kind of depressing.
We've fought a lot of dragons recently.
We have. I've been feeling very bad.
Fought a lot of dragons. How many have we fought? Actually, we fought a green one.
Too many.
Green one, an emerald one, a white one.
3 dragons. Yeah. A few
I
dragons.
thought it was more than that.
I think we've encountered others. Like we
Yeah.
encountered that. Like obviously we've.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, you've encountered a black one. You've encountered 2 amethyst ones,
A stone one.
a stone one,
A green one. Was he green?
Which one? Green
Our first friend.
No, that was the black one.
Was he black?
Eberron, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's black.
Oh, so that's why he knew that my not rock was not a rock.
Not rock. Not rock.
He knew.
Yeah. And what a stone one. I mean, you've encountered a blue one.
Yeah.
We've encountered lots of worms
Yeah.
that we saved.
Yeah.
You mean wyverns?
Wyverns, worms.
Yeah.
Not the same thing, but you know.
Yeah. The king kind of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, well, that's where if you did want to head there, that's where they are known to be with their blasphemous religious practices." Anyway, on to more pleasant things. I'm glad you arrived. I was not sure whether or not this could be achieved, but I think you might be the perfect people to help me out. And if you can, I will owe you another favor for the work you've done for my people. I don't know if you're aware, but there is a meeting happening in a few days.
We are aware.
Yes, and we're not going.
Yes, well, perfect. You need not talk in cloak and dagger here. We have been informed that none of us are permitted to attend, and I'm a goddamn king, and this is for the fate of my lands and my people.
You're not
Wait,
allowed?
the dwarves aren't allowed to go.
It is only
Wait,
councillors.
Wait, but there's a dwarven councillor.
There is.
Is he a dick?
Oh, but that's not the king.
Do you hate him? Is there beef?
Is there tea?
Spill! Come on!
Hold on. Let me just.
Do I need to get my gym jams on?
Valgin is fine. Valgin Brightbeard is fine. He does a good job. And he
Good old
cares
Valgin.
about what he does. Although he's a timid individual with not a great sense of his own self-importance, and he cares about the common folk and tries to look out for them, but he's not a forceful individual. He's easily overshadowed. But he does a good job.
Okay.
Lucinda, on the other hand, is...
Oh, she's a pain in the arse.
She is one of my bigger follies of my time. I hate to admit that I was politically outmaneuvered in appointing her to the council, much to my chagrin and everyone but her own detriment.
What was the guy called?
So there is Balgin Brightbeard.
Yeah.
I didn't have him.
He is the male dwarf on the council. He possibly
Yeah.
never came up.
Oh,
And
okay.
there is, because he is, as you said, he cares. He does a good job, but he is also timid and easily shouted down or just talked over and things. He's also quite old. And then there is Lucinda, who is younger and troublesome. I can't remember how much interaction you've had with her, but she is
A whole lot.
yeah.
No, the only thing I've got is she's the dwarf council person, and according to Jen, is a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Well, Fargrim doesn't like her either, but unfortunately, he was politically outmaneuvered. He said in assigning her to the council.
So do you pick the council of the dwarves?
I have the final say, but all the clans are able to, when the choosing happens, all the clans are able to submit applicants for approval. It is rare that a monarch will go against the collective decision of the lords, and so there is much exchange of favors and purchasing of voting power that goes on. The monarch pretends not to know, but everyone knows it goes on, and then the houses generally submit their collective opinion. Occasionally you'll have outliers who will not abide by the collective opinion and insist on submitting their own candidates. And very occasionally, a monarch will choose to go with those candidates, generally met with political turmoil and many years of headaches from those who feel they have been spurned. But sometimes it is good to put those families in their place and remind them that there is an individual who sits on the throne with a crown upon their head who they have to abide by. Unfortunately, in this instance, I chose to go with their collective decision, and it has not been as fruitful as I hoped. The reports I have of Lucinda are damning, to say the least. Her alliances seem to be towards her own self and her clan before dwarves as a whole.
Oh.
Be that as it may, that is not the subject at hand. I wish to have eyes and ears in that meeting. I was not sure who I could trust with this and who was capable enough. It is going to be the councillors from what we hear and a contingent of guards from the elves themselves. That is all that is being permitted. No personal guards. It has been decided that as a show of good faith, the elves will be the only ones providing an escort to this, and it will only be the councillors who attend.
Yeah.
Lady Amiel Glace is said to be organizing things. She is apparently, rumor has it, she has also apparently conscripted a number of the guards, the royal guards of House Glace, to oversee things and ensure everyone is protected.
Mm.
As a collective, we must abide by the council's decision unless I intend to cause civil war, but it sparks my anvil no end to not be able to be there and advocate for my people in what is what I expect to be a very important discussion, which is where you come in. I would like you, Kavran, please bring it forth. And she, from inside a pocket of her robe, she takes out this small box, finely crafted, like a wooden box with a gold clasp on it. We call this the Dragon Spire. And she opens it up, and inside there is a beautifully ornate, bejeweled dragonfly brooch, it looks like, as well as sitting below it is a gold chain. Can be worn one of two ways, either as a brooch or as a bracelet. But if you can get this close to the meeting and release it, it will hopefully allow us to spy upon the meeting itself and see what happens. Once
Fair
it
enough.
takes flight, and Kavran taps it and mutters an arcane word in Dwarvish, and it activates, and it almost sheds its got a beautiful golden appearance. It almost sheds that. It kind of shimmers off, and it becomes what looks like a very ordinary dragonfly, probably larger than normal. Maybe sort of 4 inches long from nose to tail, with a similar wingspan. So quite a large dragonfly, but it just looks like a very ordinary one, and it just immediately sort of hovers up and then just starts to flit around, very genuine. She says another arcane word, and it just straight back into the box. And as it sits perfectly still, almost like it's freezing, this gold just seems to emerge from within it and just cover it up again, and it looks solid.
That's cool.
There's a brooch, there's a chain that comes with it, there's a bracelet. If you can get the dragon spire close enough to the meeting and release it, it should be able to attend unintrusively.
We shall try.
Yeah, we could do that. Well, we could, try and do that at the very least. We have to get fairly close ourselves, but yeah.
Yes, well, it pleases me to know that someone I trust will be attempting to attend.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it. Right. Cool. Leave it with us. We will, deal with that when we get to the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, should be able to work. Cool. If we could have that letter of passage to head to Inagroth. Just for, as you say, you're not sure how much it'll help, but every little helps. And then we can make our way, I suppose.
Yeah, he scratches over the table. He grabs a quill and an ink bottle and takes one of the spare pieces of paper and just begins to just write a letter. He's got a ring on his finger and he just turns his fist down and you can smell the very slight smell of smoke. And when he lifts his hand up, there is a king's sigil has been burned into the paper at the bottom.
Fancy.
So he just hands it to him and says, "This should ensure you don't get it into any trouble, but you may still be required to speak to the Baroness herself. It will be potentially within your best interest to ensure you are not further hassled on your journey if you do so."
Do you like this person?
The Baroness is a difficult lady. She is fiercely loyal to her own clan, which you have to respect. She has ruled them for a great many years. Well, we dwarves do not suffer foolish or weak rulers easily. It is not age or station that keeps one in charge, it is capability. So I respect her ability to lead, but that stalwartness and devotion does mean that she knocks heads with other individuals more often than not.
So if we accidentally fall over and impale her, it would be a bad thing.
It would cause more harm than good at this point, I think.
Okay, just wanted to make sure before I go and spill water on the floor. And don't put a wet floor sign up. Good to know. Are we going to wind our way there?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, I think I've got enough.
I think. Oh, it's still on, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Because
How
we
long did
made it
last?
8 hours.
8 hours, so it would still be active for a few more hours.
Oh, but no, because now we have to add in the other guy. We have to add in the professor.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, forgot about that part.
Wind. So, well, yeah. Firstly, we meet up with him, Professor Durham.
Oak.
Yeah, you head back to the college, and he is waiting for you guys outside. There is a small pack by his feet. He's he's got what looks like not like a walking stick, but those walking sticks that hikers carry. So it's not like an old person stick. It's more like a moving along type stick. He's got a pair of those in one hand, and he just seems to be nervously passing them back and forth.
Oh.
He's taking off his apron and stuff, but still seems relatively dressed the same. He's got what looks like a reasonably sturdy and warm cloak over it. It's got a furred you can see a furred collar to it, which seems it's not like an ornate thing that you'd see maybe on a fine lady. It just seems like a functional thing for being in the mountains. And yeah, you can see tied is a lamp. And he looks up as you enter, and he's also got a little helmet on, which also has a little lamp on it. And he's says, he looks for you. Says, "Well, you said to pack light, so I've got the hand lamp and I got the helmet lamp if I need hands free."
So you decided when packing light are your most important thing, as a race that has dark vision, was 2 different kinds of lamps.
You said
He's
pack
packing
light.
lights.
Oh, for fuck's
Yes. I live for it.
Oh, it's gonna be a long couple of days.
Ah.
Oh, God. Okay.
Did you at least bring the bacon?
Yeah, I went by and got some supplies, got some jerky and things for the road. I'm hoping that you guys are significantly better hunters and gatherers than I am. Otherwise, we will starve.
That's why I told you to bring a packed lunch.
Yeah, he kind of like taps the side of his pack with his foot. I've got some rations and things like that.
Okay, well, that's good.
But I mean, here to Intercraft is going to be, it's going to be what, 2 weeks at least on
No.
foot.
No, we're gonna get there pretty quickly. And I begin casting Wind Walk.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like is I'm not casting Windwalk. I think it's like an action, and then it's like, or does it like take effect immediately?
I think, okay, Wind Walk. Casting time, 1 minute.
Oh, okay, so it takes a minute to cast, and at the end of the casting, everyone is wind. Right. Okay.
Yes, everyone is wind.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So you begin casting this spell. And he's like, whoa, hey, whoa, what's going on? I don't like it.
Your wind.
I don't like the way that feels.
Wind.
I feel funny.
Yeah,
Wind.
we're gonna float. We're gonna fly.
Can we see each other in wind? We can, can't we?
Yeah. The
we
way
established.
the way I like have decreed think that it works is you all basically take on the form of wind elementals, so you all have a
Ah,
physical
yeah.
form that allows you to see each other and be seen. But yeah, if you're high in the sky and all you are is a gust of wind, it's quite hard to be seen.
Yeah. Cool. As long as you can see where we are, that's
Yeah.
all right then. Otherwise, this man's gonna get lost, and it's gonna be awkward.
Follow us, I say, after I've finished casting Windwalk, and we take flight up into the sky, and we're heading northeast.
Okay. Well, that seems like a good time for a little break because I need one just a moment. So we'll be back here momentarily.
Okie dokie.
let us jump right back into things. So, you guys have turned yourselves into wind with your gnome companion that you've picked up, promising the generous sum of 150 gold a day to accompany
100
you.
gold a day. I amended it to 100 gold a day.
The generous sum of 100 gold a day in order to be your technical advisor once you find the forge, or the laboratory, as it is known, of Bella Olum.
Nola Olu.
So, yeah, and you have transformed yourself into wind in order to make the journey east towards Inagroth. There is not much daylight left at this point as you rise above the mountains. In your wind form, you catch the last sort of glimpses of sun as they dip down, casting the mountains long shadows. By the time it hits full dark, you guys can probably make your way towards the edge of the mountains, and you see the large valley that's sort of arrayed between the mountains before you. You can push through the night. It will require some checks to, one, because you guys have kind of been on the go all day, to avoid a little bit of exhaustion. It's not massively high DC as of yet, but also it is much harder to stay grouped, so it will require some checks. Basically, everyone will need a check to basically stay with the group, and if an individual rolls badly, they become separated and are on their own.
Oh no,
Oh,
this is not good.
So it's up to you. You can make rest, or you can carry on.
I think we try and carry on.
Oh, go on then. Let's get a bit of excitement going.
Why not? Live life on the edge.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna need
Also good. It has been nearly 2 hours and we've not rolled anything so far.
I know. I'm like, give me some dice.
Basically just an improv game at this point.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, in that case, it'll be a perception check from everyone to maintain as part of the group. And
Bless you again. Bless you again.
it is a reasonably high DC given all your various, given that you are doing this at night, you are harder to see, and because of your
Bye, Stix.
wind forms. And things. Will someone also roll me a d20 for Striggum?
String up! String up! 12!
Okay. And okay, will someone else roll me a or Stix, can you roll me a D? What would it be? A D6 for me.
5.
Okay. Can someone roll me a D4, please?
I'll do it.
D4? 2!
Okay. Can someone roll me another D6, please?
Jesus! 4!
Oh, wait. Okay. So, how long are you planning to travel into the night for? An hour after dark, 2 hours. You're going to go through, attempting to go through the night.
A few hours, I think. Probably not through the night.
No, but a good chunk, like
Yeah.
2,
2 hours.
3.
4
Yeah,
hours?
about 3 hours till like say till like 11.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So, Klari, Arwen, Hugo. You travel east for a few hours. You get a couple of hours in when you notice that instead of 5 little wind things, there are only 3 of you.
Can we tell which ones are which?
Sure.
I would assume.
I'll
Yeah.
say they've got some individuality.
Yeah, like I imagine it as sort of like a wind elemental version of you. So like your physical shape is probably still identifiable. You know?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's what I assume.
So.
And I can still communicate with Klari.
You can communicate with Klari through your rings, yes.
Yeah. I will communicate with Klari and go, well, I don't know where the others are, but thank God I've got my favourite people here. Be sad if I lost you. Also, how long ago did we lose them?
What did we do?
Wind.
Oh,
Got lost.
Eek.
Am I with Strigham?
No. Stix, you get a couple of hours in, and you look around, and because you kind of, little tune in your head, kind of making your way, just sort of drifting pretty freely, and then you realise what you have been following, which you thought was Klari, was a wisp of cloud in the distance, and you kind of look around you and you go, "Oh, you don't know where you are. You're not sure what direction you've drifted in, and you don't know where your companions are."
This is so annoying. Ugh.
Okay. So I am wind. We have immediately lost our gnome friend.
Did you pay him before?
No, I did not.
Oh, this poor man.
I was gonna pay him a sort of, when the job's done kind of thing,
Probably should have done half up front.
Well, I don't know how many days he's gonna survive, so I don't know how much I need to pay him up front.
Yeah, but you could have just stolen it back off his dead body. Anyway,
This journey's gonna take 50 days. Here's 5 grand. He didn't make it. Mine again.
Exactly.
Okay. I, as Stix, go down to the valley below.
Okay.
I spend a minute unwinding.
Yeah.
And then I start just shooting shit up in the air. Like
Skunks.
Like. No, because it's dark, so you wouldn't be able to see skunks.
So true.
Here for your extra travel, so you guys are kind of in the valley at this point.
In the desert with a man with no name. Oh, I don't know. All my things are very muted. Hold on. I might have a magic item that can solve this issue.
Do you not have some, like, fireworks?
No, I don't. And I'm regretting getting rid of produce flame. Could I just cast like searing smite and just start sort of with my blade somewhat fiery? I'll then just sort of spin and twirl around with it on the ground with my like spear, just like trying to get some people's attention.
Like those people at the side of the road with the signs to go towards the burger place.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm more thinking like a much less impressive fire dancer. Like I'm just fucking spinning it over my head.
Of that.
And then maybe I'd like cast when that's done, I cast like the thunderous smite and just whack like the ground with it, and it do so hopefully people can. There's like a noise that goes through the valley to get people to my location, and then I just start spinning the fire again.
Okay. Arwen, Klari, what are you up to when you realise you are missing off your companions?
I also want to try and. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to see a small man waving a wand around that's mildly bright, not even bright, just slightly lit. If I throw a fireball into the air and then shoot it with my fire arrow, will it explode?
I mean, it would
I mean,
explode
Bible
anyway.
just says choose a point, so you could just shoot it into the air and then your fireball will explode.
Does the fireball explode?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Oh, so
the
I don't
way
have to shoot it.
No, the way it's described is you like flick like basically like a bead of orange to a point. It lands on the point and detonates.
Oh.
Well,
You don't
I'm
hurl
gonna.
a 40-foot radius sphere of fire through the air.
Well,
A grenade.
I don't know. Maybe I did. I will fireball the sky.
Okay.
That's like a little grenade, like a little bead.
I hope that Stix is using his eyeballs and very perceptive of the world around him.
Stix is doing
Okay. Let me just do some mental gymnastics. How far apart are you guys? So you went for 2 hours, traveling at 300 feet per round. So there's a long way between you guys. This is less of a perception check and more of a fortune roll to just see whether or not you're in enough of the vicinity. Because 120
You
feet in the
can
grand scheme of
see.
things is not that high, with sort of rolling hills and trees and things like that in this like valley floor.
You can see a firework for miles away.
Yeah,
that is true.
Like
You can see-
100
yeah.
miles.
Do you
Not
have
100
any?
miles.
I feel like Arwen has some fireworks.
No, I'm just creating fireworks with my fireballs.
Oh, I mean,
I could also.
like firebolt.
I was gonna say I can also scorching ray pew pew for some like pew pew ones that don't explode. Or
Klari could cause a massive earthquake. Wouldn't do anything, but you could.
you know what? Is there any animals around?
Very probably, yeah. I mean, you're in a sort
Can
of
I have a bird? I'd like a
grassy
bird,
plain.
please.
Okay, do you want to roll to see whether Stix notices your fireball yet? Or do you want to do
Yeah,
something else
well,
first?
I'll do that.
Yeah. I'll roll to see if I see a
Okay,
fireball.
so just roll a d20. This is just a fortune roll
I am
for...
And bear in mind, I am now, so, I've spun my thing around a little bit. I've realised this isn't working. So now I've climbed up a tree and I'm fucking waving my thing around. So I'm up a tree and I'm looking around and I'm waving a big fiery stick,
Okay.
which is actually my mega powerful spear. But we won't talk about that. So, perception check. The top of this tree. That's 15, baby!
It is a 15, but I did say it's not a perception check. It's a fortune roll, which is just the dice roll.
Oh, shit.
With
Okay.
modifier.
Well,
Okay,
it's a
let me just roll.
14, baby.
Fuck. No,
No, you should have just taken the 14.
I should have just taken the 14, but I'm a man of honor.
14 wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine. I
That's
will
very
do
far
something.
apart with the speeds that you've been going.
I will
If this was daytime, this problem would be solved already.
grab a bird out of the air. Well, I won't grab it, but And
yeah.
he's mine. I will animal messenger. Um. Uh. Uh. Go to Stix. Tell. What can it? Choose languages. You specify specific. Blah 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 blah. You also think that's it. If I were the title. Oh, bloody hell.
How visible are the clouds in the night sky?
No, that doesn't work.
Reasonably.
Is it like a clear night where some clouds would be somewhat visible?
Yeah, there's clouds and there's like scudding clouds in the sky, some reasonably bright moonlight.
Okay.
The valley is mostly shadowed by the moonlight, casting the shadows off the mountains. Like you're kind of in the shadows of the mountains due to where the moon is.
Okay. I fly up to a cloud.
You fly up to a cloud, okay?
Yes.
To see the Care Bears.
I cast Gust of Wind.
Okay.
I use Gust of Wind to manipulate this cloud into an arrow.
Oh, good lord.
And this arrow points down. Or, like, like a mission marker? So it just looks like,
Okay. So you're trying to form a cloud into the shape of an arrow to point directly towards the earth.
Yes. But it's not like a harsh, thing. It's more just, sort of like a little, like, sort of shallower mission marker style arrow.
Oh. Wait.
Okay. What to roll for shaping clouds with Gust of Wind?
Oh. How far is 1,000 feet?
Like 300 meters.
1,000 feet is, yes,
Oh.
100 meters.
I hope are you within 300 meters of me?
Why?
Because that would be helpful.
Yeah, when they say in D&D, like, oh, this booming sound that can be heard up to 300 feet away, realistically, it's like 10 meters away. Nothing.
So you travel at 300 feet around for 10 rounds. That's 3,000 feet, which is how far you can go in a minute. For an hour, that is a lot. It is that much. For 2 hours, it's that much. Google says.
Okay. If this were daytime, solved this already. Because I just fly around with gust of wind with a cloud.
I feel bad for suggesting this, but at the same time, I wanted to roll some dice, so I can't be held responsible, really.
It's fine.
That doesn't make sense. How
I
fast?
think what
that
we need to
is.
do is we need to recognise that that Windwalk worked perfectly fine until we brought the professor along.
Until he did it in the dark.
So true. No. The dark is not the problem here.
And
We have
actually,
dark.
She wanted to roll some dice.
I am not the problem here.
No,
I am never. Okay.
Okay. Spellcasting or dexterity, Stix, your choice for creating a cloud into the shape of an
I
arrow.
will take spellcasting. Or like nature. Nature.
I mean, you can have nature. I believe that's your intelligence, which is possibly worse.
Yeah, but I've got proficiency in nature. So +7, baby. 22.
You make an excellent cloud shape.
Mission arrow style.
That was
Your
awful.
quest is over here.
Alright. I'm going to roll for the gnome, see whether or not he sees it in the dark. Hold on. Do gnomes have dark vision?
They must. If they don't, that is criminal.
I'm sure they do.
I know one of gnomes and halflings do and one don't, and I can't remember which it is.
Yeah, halflings do.
Gnomes live underground.
So do halflings.
Do they?
They don't.
Halflings are
like
just-
fucking the Shire.
The
Yeah.
word literally starts in a hole in the ground. Those are the first words.
Yeah, a hole in the ground with some windows to the outside.
Yeah, it didn't really commit that much.
Gnomes have dark vision. Okay. I mean, not that it matters, because dark vision's only like 60 feet, I suppose. It's whether or not he can see it in the light of the moon.
I'm gonna say, yeah, like, I could see, like, clouds and the moon
Yeah.
a ways off.
Wasn't me.
Mission markers online, and they just all come up with a Skyrim one.
A lot of them are like exclamation marks.
You know what? If the arrow doesn't work, the next thing I'll make is an exclamation mark.
Anyway, so you create this. Yeah, Arwen, Klari, you spot a giant cloud in the shape of an arrow in the sky. It is quite far to the south of you.
I guess we should probably go and get that. It seems like something ridiculous that Stix would do. So I guess it's him. Let us wind. How far away is it? Like,
Away.
oh, for God's sake. How long is it going to take?
Most of the rest of your windwalk.
Oh, for...
Most of
Did
the Windwalk.
Did you follow us at all?
No. He
got
rolled so terribly, he basically got distracted by a butterfly and went straight away.
No, you can come to us. We didn't mess up. You did.
But I don't
I'm
know where
livid.
I don't know where you are. I've made a map.
That seems like a you problem.
You know what? Is Arwen flying? Is Arwen flying right now?
No, I'm not. Because I was shooting in the air. But you couldn't see it.
Fucking finger guns. Oh my god. Yeah.
Does his little gnome buddy find him?
Yeah. Does Professor Sprigham find me?
Well, that was going to be my next question. What do you do after creating your cloud arrow sticks?
Make it pulse.
I go down to the. I basically spend a lot of time going down to the bottom of the cloud arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then I go, oh shit, no, the wind's moving it, and I go back up, and I push it back into place, and then I go down to the bottom, and then I look up and I go, oh fuck, it moved again, and then I go up and I move it, and then I go back down.
Okay,
So
so
I
essentially hovering by the cloud arrow.
Yeah, I'm sort of like near it / looking down at the base of it, sort of thing.
Okay. Alti goes to the ground, even he tries to scare. That's a 5. Strugum's going to the ground. Make a perception check for me, Stix.
Ugh, I'm really good at perception. My next character is going to be a detective who's insane at perception and investigation. 13.
13. I don't think in the dark you spot a windy form, like, near the ground from here.
Well, you know what? If he's a good little boy, he will remain there. If he wants his. If he wants to. He's an artificer. Does he not have any fucking locator beacon devices? I feel like that should be a thing that any good artificer should have.
Let's see what his arcana is like. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, so Arwen and Klari, you spot this giant arrow in the sky and you head in that direction. It takes you a little while, but you eventually get close, and you can see as you get close, it is being repeatedly manipulated. And you are able to reconvene with the wind form of Stix.
I whack him around the head.
But I'm wind, so it just goes.
I behead him.
And then it reattaches.
I
Hello!
keep doing it. It's quite therapeutic.
You sort of detach my head and then keep like blowing it with your like hand, like waving it with your hands and stuff, so that my head disappears. A new one grows. So you've just got like a windy form of my head spinning around in your hands.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of like once it gets, it's like the pull for that bit of wind is like stronger the further away it bats. So eventually, like it like kind of like a rubber band, it just like goes back to Stix's like windy form, and a new head like forms out of his windy body.
Far out, man.
Oh my god.
So the three of you have reunited in the air, but you have still lost the professor.
Well, can I go down to the ground to make sure he's not on the ground? Because obviously we're in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that maybe he's gone. I would check the ground level in case they've ran to me or
Okay.
walked.
Everyone can have a look for the professor.
Is this a perception check or an investigation check?
It would be more perception in this instance.
Got a 19, baby.
I didn't care for the professor.
If he dies, he dies. Oh shit, 23.
24.
Oh yeah, 24.
So, Stix and Klari, what you spot is there is one tree in and amongst a few others that is blowing quite a lot. You see the branches of it are constantly in motion, and while the others around are occasionally sort of just wafting very gently, you spot that this tree is almost seems agitated. And as you swoop closer in your windy forms, you spot the gnomish wind form of the professors just sort of like just seems to be sort of like circling the tree. You get kind of in a sense of panic is what you pick up, really.
Poor little man.
Well, I will unwind everybody. I'll cancel the wind walk.
While we're in the air.
Well, no, because we're down on the ground now.
He's in the air.
Yes, he's fine. And as I cancel wind walk, obviously he tumbles to the ground. I say, "Hey, dude. Sorry there. We all got a little bit lost. We generally don't do this at night for this exact reason.
Oh God.
But we thought, hey, let's be fun." Anyway.
Certainly a opening to the adventure. Well, I guess. What's the plan then? We trying that again, or are we gonna?
I think we'll bed down for the night, possibly, and
Try again tomorrow.
yeah, try again tomorrow.
In the
Alright.
light.
Sounds good. Well, you need someone to keep watch. I'm happy to do it. And he like immediately like strikes a little like he's got like a stone and he like strikes it off like a strike pad that he's got onto his lamp and just like brings the light to his helmet, puts his helmet on. You are all slightly dazzled as he like points this like looking at a torch beam. And it's like I'm happy to keep watch.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to take the first watch, you absolutely can do. That'd be very, very useful. Thank you. Really,
Alright.
really earning that 100 gold a day. Good job.
He just kind of sets himself up. He like puts his little pack down, kind of just like stands there with his hands on his hips, just kind of like looking left to right, like a very small, like searchlight or a very small lighthouse. Nothing over there.
Oh God.
All good over there. Nothing over
Does
there.
someone else want to stay up at the same time? Or are we just letting this happen?
I feel like he's a trust. I trust this guy. He doesn't want to die out here. We don't want to die out here. I trust him. He might be a bit
Okay.
eccentric, but you could say so are we.
Okay.
I mean, you can stay up if you'd like, but I'm heading to sleep.
Okay, so we'd normally split a watch into 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should we just let him take watch for like an hour?
Yeah, maybe we just let him take watch for like a little bit,
Yeah, and then I'll take over.
and then we sort of come in and take over. Yeah.
Just because I think he doesn't know what he's looking for.
Agreed.
That's the plan. Batman.
Okay.
So I'll take second watch.
All right. Well, you. Yeah. The night passes uneventfully. As you do relieve Strigan from his watch, he does seem a little bit sort of like disorientated from all the like turning and sort of like turning around. He kind of like totters a little bit unevenly over to his pack and just kind of just like bumps like straight down on it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
After a couple of minutes, he like sits up again and he like opens it up and like pulls out like a bedroll and a blanket. Like takes off his little helmet and like you hear like the hiss as he like licks the little candle with like licks his fingers and pinches the candle within.
Oh, he doesn't need a little nightlight.
Yeah, the night is uneventful here. You are not bothered by anything at this point in time. But you're awakened the next day bright and early.
I don't think you have awakened, sir. Is it time to wind walk again?
Windwalk!
Woo!
Let's fucking go.
Okay. Where are you heading? Are you gonna head to Inagroth, or are you gonna try and avoid it? And just
I think we should head in and around the area and start looking for giants. To me, it shouldn't be too hard to find sort of signs of giants. I feel like giants are big. Giants are lumbering. They leave big footprints and big broken twigs and branches.
so yeah, it takes you
Big houses.
a little under half a day to kind of get in the vicinity. If you want to move, I think you should all be able to move the collective token on the map to where you're thinking of starting to look.
I mean, there.
Where? Doesn't look for me.
Like in the. Yeah, no, I can't. Oh, can I? No, I can't.
No, I can't move it either.
No. Try now.
In the mixer.
Yeah, that's a nice place.
In the
That's a lovely place.
Okay, so that's where you are heading towards. So,
Yes.
okay. Well, as you get to around here, hour or so into your wind walking journey, making sure that everyone is diligently keeping up, you spot a strange and unusual sight. There is a wooden structure with tall wooden points coming out of the top of it, pretty much atop a mountain, it seems. It's not, it's not like impaled on the tip of a mountain, but, it is very much nestled close, pretty much as close to the flattest sort of section of the peak of this mountain that you can find.
Okay. Can we land somewhere there?
Yeah, spiraling down closer to it, you realise this is very clearly a boat.
A boat?
A boat, yes.
In a mountain?
On top of a mountain, yes.
Is this some sort of novelty pub?
That's extremely hard to get to.
It doesn't
Yeah.
look like it. There is what is left of the rigging has icicles hanging from it. There is barely anything left of any of the sails. There's just a few sort of errant scraps of cloth hanging loose.
On a mountain?
On a mountain.
Oh, because they're a giant, so they probably picked it up and were like, ha ha ha, toy boat. Is it a big boat?
Yes, it is like a galley type thing.
Is
Jesus.
can a giant pick this up?
No. Giants range from about 12 to 25 feet tall.
How is the giant gonna play boats?
They play
Okay.
boats with what we consider as rowboats.
There's a canoe.
Yeah, and canoes and stuff.
It's not good enough. Okay, well I don't know how this got here then. I'm all out of ideas.
You can land on it if you would like to.
Oh yeah, I want to land on it. I want to jump on it.
Okay. Oh, when you head down, you unwind, and where are you landing? You imagine like your traditional, like almost like pirate ship, with sort of a high bit at the back for the captain's cabin, and where it's steered from.
You
you've got, like, a
mean
little-
my cabin? I'm at the front. I'm running towards the back. I am swashbuckling, and now I'm steering the boat.
Okay.
I'm everywhere.
We'll play pirates for a full hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So you land on the front and you run to the back.
Yes. Where does the steering wheel? Is that at the back?
Yeah, it's on the rear castle at the back.
That makes no sense because you've got loads of pillars in the way.
But then you can see the whole boat ahead of you.
Yeah, you see the mutiny that's coming for your face.
Better than the mutiny that comes from your ass.
I think I'd rather not see it. Blissful ignorance and all that.
Arwen, you hover down to the boat, you unwind, you run across the deck and grab hold of the wheel, pretending to be a pirate captain.
Yes.
As you turn the wheel, you feel that there is there's like an icy crust on it, and at first it feels stiff because of the ice on it, but then you give it a tug and you hear a snapping sound, but not of wood, of string. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Sure. 21.
21. You hear this and your adventurer's reflexes kick in. You jump to the side as like a piece of wire is snapped, and a spike basically shoots out of the center of the wheel.
There's just a massive trap for really curious people.
I was going to say, sure, curious people works too.
Well, yeah, because obviously it's on top of a mountain. So it's not for idiots, because idiots won't be able to get to the top of a mountain.
I got there.
Hey, we're smart. We're saving the fucking world, okay? I think that earned us a few smart points.
I think they're trusting the wrong people. Well, they can trust Klari. Klari's smart.
Very
That's
smart.
it.
You don't need smarts to save the world. You need strength, determination, courage.
Anyway, I'm about to get impaled by a thing.
No,
Or I'm
you
not.
successfully dodged out of the way.
It's a great day. I'm so clever.
Is there any treasure on this ship? If I were to go and open up the what do you call it, the trap door in the middle of the ship and head down.
The hull.
Yeah, head down into the hull. Would I
Put him in the brig, I
So,
say. What's a brig?
the brig
I
is the
went-
prison on the ship.
Yeah, put him in the brig.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Stix, you go down, you reach for the trapdoor, you pull it up, and a similar thing happens. You lift it, there is a bit of tension, and then it's suddenly released as another wire snaps. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
You're going to get chopped in half by a swinging axe that goes. Whew.
Thank you. Oh!
You take
He's been
5
beheaded.
fire damage as a small hidden pouch of gunpowder is like there's like a rip fuse on it, and so it's immediately sparked by the pulling of this wire, and just a very short fuse just detonates basically immediately, sending splinters and things all over the place.
Oh no.
I would like to get Stix to walk the plank now.
I want to check downstairs though.
Oh, fine.
No, I'll walk the plank after I check downstairs.
Yes, go and get in prison first. Make it more accurate. Go.
I head downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And check if there is anything down there of value / worth.
Okay, so you head down into the first deck. There are a variety of things, sort of like what look like possessions, there's bunks, things like that, all scattered about. Everything is in there is covered in a layer of frost. As you begin to explore, you can see that there are shapes in some of the hammocks seem occupied, and moving towards them, you can see there is skeletons in some of them.
Is there any indication of how these skeletons were killed? Are there obvious puncture holes in their clothes, like they died in their sleep, they were killed, or is it just they died a long time ago in their sleep?
Can you make a medicine check for me?
Medicine! Jack. Oh, it's so annoying.
These things have clearly been here a long time. It's hard to tell whether they're like just the wear of the environment or whether they've actually, the holes in their shirts and things are stab wounds or anything like that. You can see that there are various stains upon these hammocks, but you don't know whether that's decomposition or whether it was once blood.
Okay. I move further into the ship.
Okay. Move deeper into the ship. Are you like, as in moving deeper through this floor, or moving like you're trying to move down further?
I'm gonna try and find the captain's.
That's upstairs. Can I look at the captain's thing while he's downstairs?
In which case, I'll just move through this floor, and then I'll assumingly find a way down, and then move through the sort of down.
So, Arwen, you head towards the captain's cabin. It is like a set of double doors that block off, underneath where the wheel is, that give entrance to it. They are currently closed.
I open them.
Okay.
Dexterity check?
You lay a hand upon the door.
Uh-huh.
As you do so, something sears in your mind. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
No. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I mean, no, but yeah. Yeah, 19.
19. You feel something try and take control of your mind, but you manage to resist it.
My mind gives it the middle finger. Can I open it?
You push on the door, but it is barred.
I pull.
You pull on the door, it still does not give way. It is barred, it feels like, from the inside.
Is there a window?
Yeah, there is a couple of like small windows.
I smash it.
Okay. Do you smash the window?
You go. In.
Hugo is a medium-sized creature.
You can get through the window. He's a little lizard boy.
The window is like the size of an A5 piece of paper.
He's a little lizard boy. It's like cats. They can fit through like any holes. He's like a lizard cat puppy.
No. I'm sorry.
What do
no.
you mean?
It's like the size of an A5 piece of paper. He's not going to fit.
A5?
Yeah, there's like a couple of like little like A5 windows in the top.
What do I even have you for? I joke. I'm joking. I'm joking. I love him. I'm
He spits
joking.
acid on your shoes.
I said, okay, I become a bird.
Okay, you become a bird.
And I go in through the window.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you
And
can.
now I am inside.
Inside, you see that there is a large double bed. It's like four-poster, but the posts just go straight to the ceiling.
Can I first open the door?
Yeah, so you turn back into yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. On the other side of the door, you can see that there's been like two like oars have been like braced across it to keep people out. It seems.
I take them out and
Yeah.
open the door for all to enjoy.
Yeah, you take them out. You open the door and yeah, inside, yeah. So there is this large four-poster bed. The posts go to the ceiling. The like windows at the back of the ship, most of them have been kind of like frozen over or like broken just through over time. On top of the bed, you can see that there is another skeleton. This looks to have been some sort of captain. He's wearing a very flamboyant hat with the icy remnants of what once must have been a magnificent feather in it. And there are two things. One, like one arm is sort of like clutched around a large book, and the other is like in the crook of it. There is tucked like a small chest, and you can see there's like the hand like around it, so where it's like lying, and there's like a chest again. There's like a hand around it, and there's like a hand crossbow like position, just like pointing at the door.
Okay. When you said there are two things, I was hoping they would be one on one foot and one on another. Alas, I
okay.
will
He has
be
some
happy.
clothes.
Yes, but you described the really fancy hat. I was hoping for some fancy footwork, but that's okay. I will take the hat.
Okay.
You've twisted my arm. I'll take it. I'll also pick up all of the stuff he's holding.
So the book and the chest.
Yeah.
Okay. When you lay a hand upon the chest, you feel the same sensation try and take over your mind. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
No.
Okay. Stix, you are exploring down below.
Uh-huh.
You've
And
gone
I
through
raboom.
the first layer of the ship, where people generally seem to have been. There are these bunk beds. There are skeletons not in bunk beds and hammocks and things like that. I don't know why I said bunk beds. They're all in hammocks.
Bunk hammocks.
Where are you going deeper, or did you say you were going to go out?
Yeah, I'd like to go deeper. I'm
Okay.
intrigued as to what's in this ship. Why is it here? What's it holding? What are its secrets?
You head deeper into the ship. You find a decent supply of. Well, you find it like there seems to be a large number of barrels and chests and things like that, and they are like all like stacked up. You can begin to start to go through them if you would like.
Yeah, I'll start to sort of go through some stuff, take a look, see what's here.
Okay, so you walk up to the first one and open the lid.
Very slowly, I open the lid, given the fact that the door was trapped.
Okay. Would it be fair to say you are looking for traps then?
Yes, I think it would be somewhat fair to say.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Investigation. 11.
11. It looks all right to you. You don't spot any obvious signs of traps. The only thing you do spot is one of these barrels looks to have split. Maybe the cold and sort of the damp got into the wood and it seems to have split. And there is a large quantity of black powder on the floor.
Oh. Oh. I'm going to stay away from this room then, because if I trip anything, there is a decent chance it'll blow up all this black powder. Kill me in the process, or send this whole ship tumbling down the mountainside. So I will not touch anymore. I will remove myself from the situation. So what floor am I on now? Is there any more of the ship to sort of explore downstairs?
There would be like one more beneath you.
I'll head to that floor then.
Yeah, and so this is kind of getting below where the sort of the waterline would be. It's getting a little more confined. You find, there is like a bridge, not a bridge, sorry, a brig down here. There are some very like rusted bars on a couple of cells. They're mostly empty except for one. This one also bears a skeleton inside of it. And you can also see, so there are four, basically separate, like two on each side, and then like separated down the middle. So if there was like someone on the left, you could reach through the bars to the other person on the left hand side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the ones on the left, there is like a single like skeleton in there, and things, but on the right there is essentially like what looks to be just like the metal has been caved into the cell as if something heavy or powerful broke in. Like the door is like on one hinge and like bent on the floor.
Something broke into the cell, not out of.
It looks like it from the direction it's bent. It's clear that something went in rather than out.
Can I take a look inside and see what's inside there?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like anything is in there. It looks very basic at first glance, but make a perception check, see what you can see, or an investigation check.
I'm gonna precast guidance on myself for this one because I'm sick of failing these checks and sick of not being able to see shit. So there's perception with Guidance, that's a 13.
13. You look around and you spot that although most of everything is covered in a layer of frost here, there's one very small patch, or like one small patch of floor that is not frosted over. And crouching down, you can see like wedged in between two of the boards looks to be some sort of like silvery or like iridescent layer of like foil or something like that.
They've been doing heroin.
Yeah, it reminds you almost of like a dragonfly's like wing or something like that.
Spy! Dragon spy!
Well, it more reminds you in sort of like the shape and that sort of like iridescent color that it bears.
So potentially they had something winged in here, and it broke free somehow. It was. Yeah, it was saved by something. Something blew open this cell, and then it was broken free. That's good.
In the meantime, Klari, we haven't heard from you for a little bit. Is there anything you want to be doing in particular? You can, explore with someone or explore a section on your own. You can just, if there's nothing, you can remain in wind form if you like. You can remain on the deck.
Where are you?
I'm down the very, very bottom of the ship, and Arwen's in the captain's bit. Yeah.
I'll just stay with Arwen.
Okay. So you'll stay with Arwen. I imagine Hugo will stay with Arwen. Stix, you want Stragon with you, or
No, I think I'd tell him to wait on the ship just in case something happens.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, he's like waiting up on the thing. He's not a massive fan of heights, so he's kind of like every now and again he like tentatively walks towards the edge, and he's like, nope, nope, and like kind of just like turns around and just like looks
I
away.
think
Sort of
he
closes
should
his
just
eyes.
sit in the crow's nest.
Okay, well,
Kind of like look around.
so Klari, Hugo, and Arwen are all in the captain cabin. Arwen, you have reached for this chest, and as you have touched it, something has tried to alter your mind or affect you in some way. And you suddenly feel an incredible desire to protect this chest. It's yours. No one.
Oh no.
No one can see it. No one is allowed to touch it.
Quick question. Am I being charmed?
Yes.
I have advantage. Let me roll again.
Please roll again.
It meant nothing.
So you suddenly have a burning desire to protect this chest from anyone seeing it. Can you make an attack roll, please?
An attack roll? For
Yes.
who?
Against Klari.
No.
Your actions are not your own. You have an innate desire to protect this chest from anyone else. Clutching in your hand, you drop the book on the floor.
Like what kind of attack roll?
What would you instinctively attack with at close range?
A floppy fish hand?
Please try again.
No, that's what I do. little slap. Fine. I'd attack with a dagger. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Where's the shittest dagger I've got? I only have one dagger.
A
Yes,
15
good. 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 Good.
probably doesn't
Good.
hit you, Klari.
No, that doesn't hit.
So Arwen suddenly turns around towards you, and as she like turns around, she like draws a dagger and slashes at you.
Slap me in the face.
I mean, yeah, assuming like it's some kind of spell. I'm hoping damage would spit. So could I like? Yeah, can I just slap her in the face?
Yeah, roll to hit. So
Tell
do
her to step out
strength
of it.
plus proficiency.
Do I just strength and that will add it?
Just roll strength and add 6.
20.
Yes. Yes. Slap me. Yes.
What do you roll for damage?
It is just 1 plus strength for an unarmed strike.
Oh, so 7.
7. 1, 2, 3,
Not
4,
proficiency.
5,
Wait,
6.
plus strength, not yeah. That just dawned on me. 3, sorry, that would be 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Yeah, when you take 4 damage, do you say anything as this happens, Klari?
What the fuck?
Okay. Yeah, Arwen, you've suddenly been attacked by the person. They're trying to steal a chest. You have to get them now. Roll to attack Klari again.
I don't want to.
You don't.
Can
Your
I?
mind is not your own at the moment.
Can I do something to stop myself?
Unfortunately, your mind is not your own. You don't have control of yourself.
I don't like it. I don't want it anymore. Oh, for God's sake.
22. Please roll me
The
damage.
one time I don't want to. Oh, sorry.
You slap Arwen, but for some reason it doesn't seem to have had an effect on her. And as like her face like turns away and looks back, you can see there is almost like this visage over hers, kind of almost slightly offset. This like skeletal sort of face with like a long pointed nose and a pointed beard.
On my face?
Yeah, it's like
I've
this,
got a beard.
It's like this
No.
spooky, like overlaid visage of like this ghost.
Arwen has a beard? Oh,
Yes,
I
suck it.
can now cut off her beard.
Good, please do. I don't want a beard.
But yeah, she like snaps her head back towards you, and she's got like glowing eyes, and she
She's
slashes at you again with the dagger, and you take 8 piercing damage.
Can Hugo do something?
Yeah, Hugo can do something.
He's quick and dashy, and they're kind of like distracting each other.
Yeah.
And Hugo knows that Klari does books.
Okay.
There is book on floor.
There is book on
Floor book could help Arwen. Floor
could
book
help.
to Klari.
Okay.
Get floor book. Give to Klari.
Okay. Hugo like grabs the book, ready to give it to Klari. Klari, you've just been stabbed by Arwen. Stix, you would probably at this point hear from above like a shout of pain, recognizing the familiar voices of your companions.
Yeah, I just go, fuck. And then I run back upstairs.
Okay. You run back
Uh,
upstairs.
yeah.
Okay, so you'll arrive shortly. Klari, what are you doing? Arwen has just stabbed you. You suddenly see as after you've started this like ghostly visage on her face.
Is she still holding the chest, or was it just that she touched it?
She's still hot, like she's got it like tucked. She like picked it up and she's now got it like tucked under one arm and she's got like one hand with this dagger and taken up like a defensive stance, trying to like shield it from you while also like jabbing at you from the other side.
Arwen isn't immune to charming, is she?
No,
No, she's not immune.
I get
Then
advantage.
I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
With my new smell spell.
My new smell.
My new smell.
Ooh, smells lovely.
It's just the aroma of baked bread. Just.
Ooh.
What is,
Sorry.
what is the saving throw, please, Klari?
What's it? It's just my.
I think it's a it's a wisdom saving throw, yeah. Against 18.
Yeah, wisdom, yeah. And then it needs to be 18.
17.
Be 18.
17.
Oh!
Get me hypnotized.
You are charmed.
So Arwen is charmed.
Question.
Yes.
Does one charm cancel out another charm, or do they stack?
You don't know. You'll find out what happens to Arwen if she's released from this charm effect. Whether the
I'm
other one
having
still holds sway.
A bad trip.
She should be incapacitated and has a speed of 0. So while she is charmed, I'm just going to take the chest away. No, hang on, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to whack,
Kick
use...
Kick it out of her
Do you have
a
a hand?
new sword to, whack it from her.
Okay, yeah, she's incapacitated. She doesn't have the strength to hold on to it in this condition. You just whack it and it falls to the ground with a heavy thunk.
And then I'm going to wait. I'm going to shout for Stix.
I'm coming.
And when
Stix is
Stix
on his way.
room, I will release her from my charm and see if she's normal again.
Okay.
Hugo tries to give you the book as well.
Oh, thank you, Hugo. I will take the book.
Okay, so Stix will arrive on the scene. The three of you gather around Arwen. Strugum's in the back, looking very confused.
Don't worry,
That's awesome.
Strigum, this happens all the time.
I don't stab Klari. I stab
No, but-
you,
Yeah,
not Klari.
I'm just happy it's not me, for once. If I'm honest.
Okay.
So, come in. What the fuck's going on? Why does Arwen look still?
Yeah, now Arwen's been incapacitated by hypnotic pattern. She just looks like Arwen, but just slightly dazed at this point. Yeah, Klari, you said you drop hypnotic pattern when Stix arrives.
Yeah.
Arwen, you look around you. You can see Klari and Stix and Hugo in front of you. Strigum's hiding behind one of the masts. You see him there, and then all of a sudden, this overwhelming desperation spreads over you again. The chest. Where is it?
Oh, for God's sake.
The
You
chest.
look around. It's on the floor behind you.
I ask Klari what the fuck is going on.
If I see her looking at the chest, are we in initiative at the moment, or is it
Well, I was gonna say we're gonna roll some initiative at the beginning of the next session.
Okay.
Leave him on a cliffhanger.
Absolutely.
Son
You
of a
guys can
bitch.
decide how you would like to deal with Arwen.
Well, I don't want this to happen, but I also really want this to happen. I want the ship to have an explosion, and then it just sort of glides down the side of the mountain, and we can ride the ship like a huge skateboard.
Yes, that would be cool, but
What?
first, can I not be trying to murder you?
That'd be so badass! Fighting Arwen, ships going down the side of the ship. That's some video game shit right there. That'd be awesome.
I don't want to die.
You won't die. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I've got Revivify.
You might die, but you'll get better.
Yeah!
I don't want to die again. I don't think it's gonna be fine.
You know what? We've said it's fine before, and it turned out fine. It's gonna be fine. We've been
I
in
guess
worse
it's-
situations. All we got to do, I
Yes.
think, is destroy this chest. I reckon we got to just break the chest and break whatever's in it, or cast dispel magic on the chest to stop it from charming someone.
Oh,
Cast dispel magic on Arwen to stop her from being charmed,
yes, please.
or you know, any and all of the above.
Am I going to remember any of this?
It might just all have been a very unpleasant
Wait,
dream. Or pleasant
I
if you
think-
beat Stix up. You know, depending on how Arwen feels about the various companions.
No, no, not to death. Not to this extent. Just in a playful manner of stabbage. You know?
Playful manner of stabbage.
Something that might be able to just fix this. I don't know.
I hope so.
Just fix it. So long as Arwen doesn't go first and fucking pummel me into death.
I'll try not to.
Well,
I
fingers
do not
crossed.
believe.
I'm looking forward to it.